people coming. Please click on the blue button to accept the streaming. All right. So we are in 6. I think we can stay here on the main room. I think it's not necessary to split in small rooms. Hello, Luis, sorry. Good evening. How are you doing? It's our first time on Talk and Talk.
No, we did see us in the
morning. I think it's not necessary. Sorry, Luis, can you repeat, because the audio of YouTube was
we see ourselves in the morning. I think that you said about zombie invasion.
In the morning?
Or in the afternoon. Today I have 5 meetings. I don't remember, but I did see you.
All right. So welcome to my immersion. I will send the questions again in the chat. Today we are going to talking about making hard decisions. I shared a video a few minutes ago about this before you arrive, but there's no problem. It's just a video to introduce the topic. All right. So I think we can start now. I will introduce myself, and I would like to add some question to this one. It's if you agree with the woman of the video, because she said on the video that we always should make decisions with our heart, because we use brain with math and we've solved difficult problems, but about decisions, we should follow our heart. And I would like to know if you agree with that. So I will start. My name is Elida. I am 22 years old. I live in Limoeiro do Norte, it's a small city in Ceará. And now I study pharmacy at college, and nowadays I am working at a hospital. I have been here on Talk and Talk as a talker since the beginning of the pandemic, and as a hostess since March of this year. So 5 months being a hostess here. And in my free time, I like to reading. I love reading. I love playing volleyball, is my favorite sport. I love spend time with my dog, walking with him, and take him to new places. I love doing everything with him. And that's it, guys. And about you, Swelling, can you... Oh, and answer the question. I was forgotten about the one of the video. I don't know if I agree. I think in some cases, we have to use our brain to make decisions, because I think we have to find a balance, between emotions and razão. I forgot this word in English. Someone help me. Let me know this word in English.
Reason.
Reason, yes. Between the balance and emotions and reason, and available if because sometimes emotions can prejudice ourselves, especially when we are behind strong emotions like angry or deep sadness, so I agree, but I don't agree at the same time. And about you, Swelling?
So my name is Aileen. I'm 27. I live in a small city in Rio de Janeiro, named Barra do Piraí. I have a degree in human resource, and now I attend a post-graduation degree in organizational psychology. I love read books too. My favorite genre is fantasy. I love try new things and learn now I'm study English, improve my English, and study French. And French is my challenge because it's really, really hard for me. Yeah, I think about me, that's it. And about the video, I think it's a difficult question for me because I'm very impulsive, and I do, and yeah, I do think with my heart, like oh my God, I forgot how can I say, tipo, tomo decisões. I take, maybe. I take decisions with my heart, and after that, oh my God, I forgot the word, tipo, eu me arrependo. Regret, maybe.
Regret.
I regret. And because I'm very anxious, and I treat this with a therapist, and for me it's really difficult to think with my brain because I think with my heart, and that's it.
Yeah, I understand you. Sometimes the anxiety makes everything looks like bigger than actually is, right? And the emotions are so deeper. And oh my God, I understand you. And congrats about the French. I'm trying to create courage to start because I'm so lazy. I hate to study English. Imagine French. Oh my God. And about you, Aline, can you introduce yourself now?
Sure. My name is Aline. I'm 41. I'm from São Paulo and I live in São Paulo too. I work as a product designer, create digital product like apps, for example. And I have a lot of hobbies like I love reading books and listening to podcasts. I love playing guitar and ukulele. I like surfing too, so I like to discover new things to learn. So that's it about me. And about the video, I completely agree with the girl in the video. As 7 years ago, I've read a book about how we make decisions, and we always make emotionally decisions, and after that our brain um, justify our decisions with some, how can I say that, some advantages or disadvantages about something, but all the time our decisions is emotionally. So I really believe that.
Okay, thank you for sharing. And about you, Herbert, can you introduce yourself now, please? Herbert, are you there?
Habit
Oh,
the heat.
sorry.
You know
Was
how to
me,
pronunciate your name.
Herbert with R. But
Yeah.
no matter if it's with E or R. Um, I'm Herbert. I'm 27 years old. I live in São Paulo, and I work in financial department in a consultant company. And I like listen music, especially uh, rock and electronic songs. Like plays football, uh, some running. Run some during on the weekend sometimes. Um, and here on TNT since 1 year, 1 year ago, I think. Um, I think that's about little about me. I don't know if I forgot something.
The question about the video. Do you agree with the woman?
What? Sorry, what question the the woman said? The topic.
Have you watched the video that I shared on the beginning?
I did I listened little apart, but not all the. I didn't take all the video.
Okay, it's because the woman said that we always should have make decisions with our heart, with our emotions. Do you agree with
No,
that, or
no,
in your mind we should use the reason too?
no, no. Definitely not. Because there are decision. There are some decision, of course, that you need to consider your heart, the emotions. But in general situation, you need to be rational on, especially at work, because if you take the emotions on, like emotions win on decision, you will make bad decisions in the future. So especially on the professional situation, you need to be rational. You are making as important decision, you need to be rational. So to be your heart, no, no.
All right, thank you for sharing. And about you, Chris, can you introduce yourself?
Right. I am a Christiane. I am 24 years old, and I recently graduated in accounting and work with bank. I live in São Paulo. About the video, I will agree sometimes. Sometimes no, sorry. More or less, mais ou menos. Yes, more or less. Because sometimes for example, in my case, I am emotional. So I needed to take a decision, and I put first time in a logic reason, uma reação lógica. I try to have a reason logic because I think I thought when you take a decision, you need to think about. Let me see what word I should use now. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a little nervous. I think when you have
take your time.
I think when you have situation, you need to think what is better, right? You use emotional or you use the logical reason. Okay.
Yes, we could understand. Thank you. And about you, Luis, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, like I said, when saw you yearly, I'm from Sierra too. I'm a student of electrical. It's so difficult to say. Electrical engineering on Sierra, and I love of train. I was athlete of jiu-jitsu when I was younger, and now I'm just in the gym, and I love to read. I love to read too. I have a little library, but to relax, I don't read. Read to me is a hobby. But to relax, I like to watch anime.
Are you Luis Henrique?
Yeah,
I remember you, the immersion of yesterday, right? Oh yeah, I remember now. So do you agree with the woman of the video?
I arrived in this meeting after the video, but in every time I ever say the rational decision are better than the emotional ever.
Ever? All right. So, okay, guys, we can start with the questions. Question number 2. Let me ask you a question. Do you want that I split you in 2 small rooms with 3 people in each room to talk better, or it's okay like this?
It's okay to me because have uh, a few people.
Because in small rooms we can talk more, but if you want, just let me know and I will split you, okay? There is no problem. Question number 2. How do you handle with the pressure of making tough choices? Can we start now, Chris?
I am good. When I have tough choices, for me, it's not easy, right? Because I start to think, what is the best choice that I should do? So I try to think better, and I like to ask for my friend or my family, and they take different opinions, and they help me to solve my problem and to take a good decision, right?
Yes, it's a good way to help talking to a
Yes.
friend. And about you, Herbert?
Um, to handle the pressure, I need to think, like, when it's depends on the situation. Uh, Try to think, not desperate. Try not to desperate, and depends on the type of situation. If it's urgent, I urgent. Oh, I need to do this now. So I try to make a solution. Try to look for a solution. Or try to help. Uh, in this case, for our and their situation of it's important. It's an important situation, but you don't need to do for now. You can do for another situation. So I I think I try to organize this situation. If I needed to do something in situation that I have pressure, if I need to do for urgent, I prioritize this. But if it's not for the long term or don't need to do now, so I can do with more with calm, no pressure.
Okay, it makes sense. And you, Luis?
I ever think a lot about it, and if I don't know, I ask to my brain friend. My best friend is more brainer, is more brainer than me, more logical. So he has the 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 solve to my problem. And just a minute, I just wanna congratulate Herbert to have the for born with this name, because he remember my infancy. Almost began with his name, Herbert Richards. So I like you, Herbert.
Yes,
I think you heard this millions of times, right, Herbert?
yeah, Herbert Viana and Herbert Richards, both.
Oh my god. Okay, thank you, Luis. And about you, Aline?
Well, it's not easy, but I think it's important. Don't make any decisions when you are angry, anxious, or stressed. I think it's important to think about pros and cons. And of course, not always I can follow these tips, but I try.
Yes, I do the same. I always make a list of pros and cons, because I am a super emotive person too, and when I feel something, I feel so deep, and I know it. So if something happened and I have to make a fast decision, I try to calm down, to wait some minutes to the emotion calm, and then I try to make the best choice based on the pros and cons, because I am an analyst person too. And I don't like to ask friends for help in personal decisions, because they just can't see, and they just know one part of the situation. They can't see all the things that I see. So sometimes a friend gave me an opinion with the best of the intentions, but they just say that based on a small part of the situation, and sometimes I prefer take the decisions by myself. I am this kind of person, and my mom
Because
complains. Oh, sorry.
no, sorry. No, because they think with their experience is
Yeah.
different.
Yes. And my mom complains a lot about this, because she always says, "You never share your problems with me," and that, because I don't share with anyone. It's my personality, and that's it, I think. And about you, Smiling?
I feel you, Elida, because I share my problems with my parents, but sometimes I prefer to resolve that alone by myself, because they give me some advice, but I prefer to do my things on my way. So it's difficult because I ask them for advice, and I do the other thing, tipo, faço ao contrário. That's it. But
Sometimes we feel more confused.
yeah.
We ask for help to try to clear the ideas, and we more confused. I totally understand.
And when the things não sei como é que fala, dá errado, I go to them, and I complain because I do my things wrong, and they briga, né, with me. But yeah, this is life. About the question, it's hard for me. I try to handle it, but it's very difficult. As I said before, I impulsive, but I try to put myself as a priority, and deal with my problems, and I don't know how to say imprevistos. And I think no, I try to think twice or more to resolve my problems, but it's really, really difficult because I'm impulsive, and the most of time I I think the problems come and I resolve without think. So it's really, really hard for me.
Yeah, I totally understand you. So guys, everyone answered this question. We can go to question number 3. Can you share a challenge decision you have made recently and explain how you arrived at your conclusion? Can you start now, Aline?
Well, recently I quit my job 2 months ago, and I took my money and I went to traveling to Europe and England for that time. And I don't know how can I made that decision. I thought I deserve that. So I spent all my money in that experience. But in fact, in my mind, I justified my action and think something like, oh, I will study for 2 weeks, study English for 2 weeks. So when I come back to Brazil, I will be able to get international job. So that experience, it will work. So I just find that way. But of course, my decision is about I deserve that.
Life is too short to, not enjoy the things. And I wish I would like to have money to do the same, because you are not broke. And about you, Luis? Question number.
Recently, I ever hadn't this tough decision. So I can't talk about this.
You did not make a hard decision?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So, and about you, Chris?
I have made a recent decision about my job. I was an intern at the bank. A moment. I was an intern at the bank, and my contract was finished. So I think I needed to find another job. In this case, my emotional speak, tipo, falou mais alto. I spoke a lot, maybe, I don't know. And I decided to continue, missing a week to finish my contract. I remember that my boss called me and said for me, Chris, you are promoted. So I liked this, because in that moment I think in take a decision to continue up in my job, and I could to be promoted there.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And about you, Selling, can you answer now?
I don't have a challenge decision because I don't know. I don't work now, so but I have to make a decision. For me was hard because I for 1 year I take care of my grandmother, and my grandmother she's I don't know how to say that in English. I think is physically disabled, maybe, tipo deficiente física. So I had to leave to stop to take care of her, because I I have to search for a job, look for a job, and priority me, tipo, me priorizar, because I don't know how to say that in English, porque mexia, fazia as coisas delas e eu ficava lá, então eu precisava me priorizar e fazer minhas coisas também, because tipo, eu não tava vivendo, entendeu? Eu só tava ficando lá. So this was my challenge, my decision, because was a hard decision because I love her. I love to stay with her, and I had to stop to take care of her because I have to work and do my things. And when I stay with her, I didn't do anything. So that's it.
Yeah, and it's hard because the most of times we choose priority ourselves, we feel guilty, right? About this.
Yeah.
Even
that's it.
knowing it's the best decision, but you feel guilty about this. And it's hard because you have to deal with the pressure of making the choice and with the guilty after making the choice. So
Exactly.
it's really complicated. But that's it. And about you, Herbert?
A challenge situation that I remember happened last year is a simple decision, but challenge at the same time, because when I had an interview job during my work, so it's a difficult situation because you you are working, you need to give a excuse to not to work or make an interview. So it's a simple decision, it's a challenge situation because you need to be discreet. To be discreet, I don't know the correct words. Discreet, like you don't need to be so sincero, but you not to be like to lie a lot, like, oh, I mean, like, oh, my, for example, a family was sick. No, it's not a good excuse, but you don't need to, oh, I will go to an interview job. No, it's a complicated situation. So my idea is not just say, for my chief, my manager, when I work my last job, that I say, oh, I have a company, I need to go. Just that, not to extend a lot of information. If they don't, if he doesn't, if he wouldn't ask, it's better. Okay, that's good. So in the situation, just say, oh, I need to go early. Just I need to go early. Just that. And it's okay. I saw I did all my tasks that I need to do, so I just will go early. And was the pressure? This is a challenging situation because you need to be strategic, and it worked. I passed interview job and was okay.
Congrats. But I agree with you. I think the best option is to be honest because a lot of people put atestado médico, you know, because they need to go to an interview and they don't know how to leave the job. Anyway,
Yes.
in my case, my recently challenging choice, it was about my course of college because I used to study biology. And in the middle of the course, I realized that it was not that I want for my life. It was not the course that I want to do. And I gave up and I decided to change the course. And I had two options, biomedicine or pharmacy. And then I searched a lot about these two courses. I asked for help in this case for specialists in the area. And I decided to go to course pharmacy because almost all the things that the biomed, I don't know, the professionals of biomedicine do, the pharmacists can do too, and a lot of things, you know. And the salary is better too. We have a pharmacist has so much more opportunity of job than biomedics, and so that's why, and another reasons too, I decided to go to pharmacy. But it's not a simple, a easy decision because it's your career, you know, it's your future. And I suffered a lot to make this decision, but now I am in peace and seja o que Deus quiser. That's it. So question number 4. When faced with a difficult decision, do you tend to rely more on logic or intuition, and why? I think we already answered this question in number 1 about the woman of the video. So I think I will skip this question, right? I think I will go to the question number 5. Do you believe there are certain principles or values that should guide us when making hard decisions? If so, what are they? Can we start now, Luis? Luis, are you there?
Good evening. I'm here. Yeah, there are some principles when you have to do a decision. At first, you can't stay in two states. That is sad or angry, sad, angry, or hungry. You can stay hungry, and this is just this. The rest is decision, and take other opinion.
All right. And about you, Swelling?
In my case, for sure. First, I think it is responsibility. I believe you have to think responsible maybe to make your decisions. The second is I don't know how to say it, urgência. To know if it's really urgent to make an impulsive decision or not, because you when the I don't know how to say that in English. I think when the answer comes, you have to deal with your choice. Yeah, I think that's it. Responsibility and urgência.
Very good answer. Thank you. And about you, Chris?
I think so. I agree with Suellen, because I think when you have a decision to take, you need to be responsible. You need to be honest with you, and look if it makes sense for your life, makes sense for other people. And for me, you need to have values about your decision, right?
I agree with you. And you, Herbert?
For me, the question, just for me, yes. Most of in most of situation, yes, you need to be principal values because it's you're authentic. That you're authentic. You have not afraid of to be you. And you need make a decision and not to be hypocrisy. Like you have a specific value but you don't execute this value. So in general, it's important to have principles and values in the hard decision. But it's not happen always. There are situations that you need to abdicate the values and make a and make a decision with a value that you don't believe. Like for example, at work, it maybe happens. So you are making decision that a value that you don't believe. So in some situations, you need to abdicate these values.
Yeah, it's true. And about you, Aline?
Well, I believe all our past experience influence in our decisions, in our way we make a decision, our fears, our traumas. So I think if you grew up in an environment with love or with hate, probably that kind of things will influence you to make different decisions. So I think we create our values how we grew up or how we were educated in our childhood. Childhood in Francês is right now. Yeah.
You were talking about this, and I remember this is about it. This is all about the book I'm reading. I'm reading this book. It's perfect, guys. Really, it's like a therapy, in your hands. Really. This book teaches you how to deal with the emotions and how to find your child, your person, like child version, and how to resignificar the experience that you lived, like you said, the traumas and things like that. So perfect. I really recommend it. And I agree with you, Aline. Totally agree. I think, and I agree with Swelling too when she said about responsibility. Swelling, I will put the name in Portuguese here on the chat. I will put now because I will forget if I don't do this right now. Is acolhendo sua criança interior.
Thank you.
No, you're welcome. So continue about, for me, the values is honesty about, especially with yourself, because sometimes we make decisions that in the deep of our heart, we know it's not we are not being honest with ourselves, and even knowing that we make. So for me, it's really important to prioritize my mental health, and anyway, and today at 7 p.m. I participated of the immersion of Gabi's immersion about spirituality, and we talk a lot about this and about self-knowledge too. And I remember, because when you know yourself, when you know your thoughts, your patterns, you are able to identify your limits and to make better decisions, because you know what you handle, what you can deal, so it's easier when you have self-knowledge. And that's it. Therapy helped me a lot to identify my limits and to prioritize myself and my mental health a lot. So guys, our time is over. Oh my God, this conversation was so good. I loved this topic. And I hope you enjoy just like me. I will put the link of the survey on the chat, and I ask you, please answer the feedback, give me your feedback, give me your suggestion about topics, and let me know what you think about me, what can I improve. It's really important to us hostess. And that's it. Thank you for your presence. It's a pleasure having you here. I wish you a great rest of week, a great weekend. And
Elida,
hey,
just one question. From which high school you study?
I don't know if you know, but it's called Irmão Urbano. It's close a neighborhood Mondubim. I don't know if you know.
Irmão Urbano?
Yeah,
No, I don't know.
it's a public school. It's not so famous. Yeah. So I finished my high school when I decided to move to this new city. So it was another challenging decision, hard decision that I made in my life. But another day I tell you my story. Okay. Thank you guys for your presence. That's it. Bye bye. See you on next Wednesday at 9.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye,
See you.
guys. Thank you.